Hello. Hey guys. I've got something in my eye. I just ran up the stairs, so sorry if I'm a tad late. I did go live on OBS, but I didn't go live on YouTube. How's everyone doing? We okay? Where am I going to put my... I'm going to grab all my tools today and put them to the left of the mat, so then it's easier instead of me having to go down here all the time and grab something. Hello, 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 hello. Hello! Hello there. The angel of my nightmare. Hey, hey. Let's say hello to everyone, shall we? Hey Toxo, how you doing? What's going on, E? Flibble, hey mate. Hey John. Hey Froz. Hey Fab. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Good. Super meh day, but the stream is always a highlight of the day. Oh, stop it, man. Thanks. Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm really, really good. Thank you for asking. I've just watched my football team lose, which is not good. But I'm sure, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this today. We're just gonna chill and try and fix stuff and try and learn together. I also thought it might be a really cool idea if, I don't know if you guys remember, Elliot sent me, we can have a look at the Japanese Nintendo DS Lites today as well and see if they need a fix, because I've got 3 Nintendo DS Lites here that Elliot sent me that are Japanese, and rightfully so. On the bag it says Elliot's DS Lites. So I'm thinking maybe we can get these out and have a look and see if anything's wrong with them, which I don't think there actually is, to be honest, because they all power on. So we could have a quick look over these and diagnose them, and then if any of them are a bit faulty, see if we can fix them, because why not? Usually I'd obviously save this stuff for a video, but I've got quite a lot of stuff to get through, and I don't want to sit on everything for months and months and months, because it kind of, not that it gets outdated, and it's really, really good to plan ahead, but at the same time, I really enjoy live streaming. I really, really enjoy live streaming. It's one of my passions, as well as making videos, but live streaming is just amazing for me. I love it. I don't know. I don't really know why. It just hits the right spot. So yeah. Hey guys. Hey. Yeah, like I said, man, I'm really good today. I'm feeling fresh. We went for a walk for Valentine's Day, which was really nice actually. It was really cold and wet, but hey, it's Valentine's. And yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. I got some fresh air. My hat got really wet, so I've had it on the radiator, and I've only just put it on now. So in your in your recommended channels, I'm new as well in repair. Keep up the good work. Frozerinos, guys, can we get a welcome for Froz? Thank you so much for joining, man, and yeah, and turning up to the stream. I appreciate that. Well, today, like I said, it's going to be a bit of a random day. It's not anything massively planned, but I love just finding stuff to fix and letting people help me, and learning. I feel like that's the main thing of this stream. Have you given up on the DSi? Nope. Nope. Flip. Today we're going to go through it. I put it in charge for a bit as well. I put the DSi in charge for a bit to see if that would do anything, but here she is. So yeah, I do have the DSi. I might take this off because it's very hot, and I might put my gloves on because these Japanese DSs have come all the way from, I'm going to assume Japan, because they were in the, I think they were a Sendico package that Elliot received, so I'm probably going to glove up for them because we don't know where they've been, and I haven't cleaned them properly yet. So today we welcome back the gloves, which I'm sure people haven't seen for a while. Let's get some of these off. Let me just take my hoodie off quick, guys, because it's really hot. That's definitely a little bit better. Good to have new faces. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course. Wonder if it's worth checking the continuity on the flat flex. Oh, on the cable. Yeah, yeah. We can do that. We can do that. That's so much better. I'm so much less hot now. I've turned my radiator off as well. Maybe that's got something to do with me being hot, hey? Yeah, so one of the like I said, one of the other things that I thought we could do today. I've only got 3 hours, guys, so I've got a bit of a time limit today. So I'm going to be jumping off at around about 6 p.m. I'm going to be getting a Nando's tonight, chilling with Ems. But I also thought we might be able to take a look in the box that the box of gifts that I got from Elliot, because there's a lot of motherboards in there, and I've got some shells as well as some other things that I thought we could take a look at and see if there's any faulty motherboards that we could potentially repair, put some fuses on, etc., and see if they can get boxed up. But I don't know if we're going to have time. So I think it's best off to start with chat. I'll tell you what, I'll let you decide. Do you want to quickly look at the Nintendo DSi XL, or would you rather we start with the Japanese Nintendo DS Lites? What do you think? I'll let you guys decide. Sweet. Okay, I think my missus is actually bringing me up a cup of tea as well with some honey. So would it be a Joey stream if I didn't have a cup of tea? I don't know. DS Lites first. DSi XL, DS Lite first. The DSi XL will probably take a long time. Feel free to progress on the stuff you like first if you like. Okay, yeah, cool. Did you IPA the back of it for the corrosion? Yes, I did. Yeah, I did IPA the back of the DSi XL for corrosion. Did you buy them from eBay? No. So Froz, basically, there's another YouTuber, a big YouTuber, and a good friend of mine. His name is Elliot, aka the Retro Future, and he sent me some Nintendo DS Lites because he's got so much to do on his channel, and he doesn't have time for. He can use his time better on other things for his channel, is the way that I'm going to put it. And he said, because you're learning, because he's an awesome guy, he was like, would you like some Nintendo DS Lites that I got from Japan? I was like, yes, I would love that. So he sent me these. So we're going to have a quick look at them and see if they work. I've got a charger. I've got a power brick that I can use to make sure that they turn on, etc. So we can just use that. We'll start with the Nintendo DS Lites then, shall we? In yesterday's video, we removed a fuse from a Nintendo DS Lite and tried that on the Nintendo DSi XL console to see if we could get that working. Unfortunately, I'm not going to say anything. You can have a look at the video if you want, because I don't want to ruin it. But I think we all know that it didn't work because I'm here now working on it. So, Elliot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Is the left one white or silver? This is silver, that's silver, and that's pink. So I should sort out the color. I'm not going to put it in 60 FPS, but I can make it a little bit darker. Is that a bit better? Maybe that helps out a little bit more. It's a little bit darker, but yeah, okay, we're okay. Alright, so let's have a look at these Nintendo DS Lites. Where's my charger? Where did I put it? Where did I put the power cable for DS Lites? Ooh. Well, this is definitely one thing we're going to use, right? Our trusty toolbox. Screwdriver. Is this it? I think this is the one. Something just dropped on the floor. Okay, here we go. So, power. Let's start with, right, guys, stickers, silver, or pink? Which one do you want to go for? Stickers, silver, or pink? Stickers, silver, or pink? Which one are we diving into first? To have a look and just make sure it works. Let me get a couple of games as well, just to make sure that both of them want to work. What should we go for? Finding Nemo? Nah, sure I've got Mario Kart nice somewhere. Just use that one. Star Wars, Noddy, Christ. Is this Mario Kart? Yeah. Just want to make sure that the Game Boy games work as well, not just the DS ones. So that's that. I feel like the DS game is in the back of the macro, which it is indeed. So I have the two games here that we can test, just to make sure that they work. Okay, sweet. Silver, no sticker. Silver, pink, they cost more. Stickers, pink, has a different colour. Alright, we'll go for pink. I feel like that got the majority. I could be wrong. Or maybe two apiece. Let's go pink. So I'm just going to charge it in first, make sure that we get some sort of light. Ready? Okay. Good stuff. So this works. And, guys, this is a bonus. Look at this. We have a stylus as well. How you doing, Renata? Hey, Brian. What's up, man? How you doing? I know that you're obviously new to the newish to the channel as well, my friend. I saw your comment on the video yesterday, so thank you very much for that. Off topic, apparently the GameCube and GBA in silver were painted, unlike the other official colours. Don't know if the DS is the same. Fact of the day, look at that. See, this is what I'm talking about with learning, man. I love you guys so much. Okay, wait a minute. Did that just turn off? So it's on. I'm just going to check my power brick definitely has. Yeah, my power brick's got 3, and it's got a lot of charge. This is let's just turn off. Is the power brick still on? No, the power brick turned off. Why is it doing that then? Hold on. Ooh, have we got our first? So that's on. It's not turning on, guys. Okay. I don't know if that's lead related. So if I just hold that there as well, we'll be able to see if it turns off, right? There we go, it just turns off. And doesn't give it a charge. Okay, I'll tell you what. Before I swap that out and change it to another battery, let's try this on a different DS, because then we can see if it's power bank related or see if it's battery related. So it's staying on. I'm just going to make sure. If this turns off, we know that it's the power brick, and what I probably need to do is plug it into a USB port on my PC perhaps to give it some charge. Ooh, okay. Does it turn on? Oh, this one doesn't turn on either. What's going on? So none of these turn on. I'm pretty sure I turned these on at some point. Okay. I'm just going to test something, right? This one. This one turns on, guys, yeah? And it's in Japanese. So this one turns on. I'm just going to try something. Let me put this in. That goes in. I'm going to press the power bank. The power bank's on, and we're charging. Turns off. That says it's still charging though. What's going on? Power bank's off, so how's it still getting a charge? Trust me on the first repairs to be like, what? Wait, how does that make sense? Still turn on? Is it charging? I know you can tell by the light on the right to see if it's charging. Well, at least we know the touchscreen works as well. That is green, by the way. It does look... sorry, that is orange. It looks... Why does that look green? What the frick? They both look green, but one of them's like orange. I don't understand why that's a thing. Interesting. Very strange. Okay, so that's still charging. You see that? But this is off. Okay. So if I turn this off... See how that's still... As soon as I take it out, it doesn't work. What about if I... Okay, so I'm not going to touch the power bank. Oh, okay. So wait a minute. So that's still charging. Power bank is still apparently off. So wait. I don't understand what's going on here. Is that going to turn off after being on for a while, though? That's the question. Interesting. Does it turn on now? No. Tell you what. Let me plug it into my PC. I'm just going to see if we have the same sort of reaction. You're going to hear a boop, boop, boop. That's not you. That's me. And then we go, okay, so that's on, right? I'll just plug it into the PC to charge. Because I think it's enough. I think it's enough voltage to give it a good charge. So I wonder if this turns off now. Because then I can just rule out if it's the power bank or not. I think it'll be the power bank. Which is frustrating because usually I'd like to charge my things, ironically, with a charging bank. Looks fine. Maybe it's the power bank then. Okay, I'll just use my PC to charge. Okay, so do we have life? We have nothing at the moment. Maybe we have to let that sit for a while. And then with this one, we still have nothing. So I'll tell you what we're going to do then. I said I was going to focus on the pink one, right? So if I plug this in, and we'll just leave that there, and we'll move these two over to the side. What I'm going to do in preparation, guys, is grab a battery, because I do have some Nintendo DS Lite batteries, and with these, I should be able to test them out. Is that DS? That's standard DS. These two are DS Lites, so let's take these and give them a bit of a testing, shall we? Luckily, I've got some already. I've got these two that have been salvaged. Yeah, so yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm glad I caught the live stream. My man, there we go. Yeah, I kind of, how often would you say I do live streams, chat? Maybe once every couple of weeks, I think. Maybe once or twice a month I do a live stream. Especially if I've got stuff that I need to catch up on and I want to learn about. You know, chat are the best for helping me. So, yeah. Welcome, man. Welcome. DS fully charged dead. Do you have an official charger? I don't know. Power bank will shut down if no draw. Discharging capacitors. See the power switch. All signs point to that. Too little. What? Too little from the PC? Do you think? There we go. We got live. You guys can't really see that, but it's on. Hey, there we go. Wait, what's the bottom screen doing? Okay, Japanese. Nice. So this is the pink Nintendo DS Lite. Good thing is that these are all, from what looks like, OEM shells. So this is actually pretty clean. And it's a pink one, and we've still got the hinge intact, as you can hear. Probably, or not here, but you can see that the hinge is absolutely fine. Now, I've never changed a Game Boy from Japanese to English, so I'm assuming I've been told that you can just do it in the settings. So if I just kind of skip past all of this, and we just save it all, this one seems to have like a screen protector on it as well, which is pretty cool. So this one could just be sorted. Yep. Yep. Is it as simple as that, chat? Is it as simple just going into the settings and change it to English? We'll find out. So now it's going to restart because we've just amended some settings. We're going to turn it back on. The screen looks a little bit skew with, but I think that is because of the screen protector. So it's nothing. So I'm assuming it's here. I'm just going to try and use my common sense here. Settings. Is it the globe? There we go. English. Okay. Language set to English. Now if I remove the battery and put it back in, because we obviously need to set up this Nintendo DS, because the system will shut down. Okay, if I turn it back on, does it reset automatically? Okay, so we have it in English, chat. There we go. What, it's as simple as that? I've just converted a Japanese Nintendo DS Lite into an English one. Is that how it works? Trying to fix a new 3DS XL whilst watching. Callie, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Callie was here. You are in fact here, my friend. I've got a Nintendo 3DS XL as well, and this one was sent to me by Elliot, aka the Retro Future, and I have to do a video on this. Would you look at this bad boy? He did do a video on this, and apparently he was going to revisit or something, and it was to do with, I don't know if you guys recognise this down here, but the crack he had on one of the shells. But this is it's called an LL, right? It's called an LL. See this? It's not an XL, it's an LL, which I believe is a Japanese version of the XL. Could be wrong. Welcome, guys. By the way, if you are enjoying the stream and you've just tuned in, or you haven't done so yet, if you want to hit the thumbs up button, it helps with the YouTube algorithm. And it lets me know that you're enjoying the stream. So if you do want to hit the thumbs up button, it will be greatly appreciated. And also, if you do want to subscribe, if you're new around here, feel free as well. But welcome, guys. Sunday, Valentine's Day. A DS is region locked? I don't think so. I think DSs are not. DS Lites specifically, I don't think they're region locked. Okay, so now we've converted this. Now what we need to test out is the games, right? So it does have volume. You're just going to have to probably trust me on that. So if I turn this off just to give it a fair chance. First of all, should I put both of them in, guys? Yeah, let's put both of them in. So we'll take that one. We've got Mario Kart down here as well. I'll put both of them in because then hopefully it gives us a chance to recognise both of the games and pick and choose which one we want to play. So let's have a look. Is the music okay? It's not too loud, right? I've got the batteries out for nothing. That's good though. At least I've got them. Ooh, okay. There is no game pack inserted for the bottom one, chat. Interesting. DSi exclusive and higher. Our DS isn't. Gotcha. Okay, makes sense. It's called LL since Japan doesn't have XL. They call it large. Okay. Music is okay. Blowing the cartridge. Yeah, we'll give that a go as well. So let's do that. Just make sure. I think I have to turn it off and turn it back on for the game to register. It doesn't just pop up, unfortunately. Okay, wow, so this is a fully working Nintendo DS Lite. Should we just test out the buttons real quick? Let's try the Game Boy Advance game. Oof. Ping. Don't know if you guys heard the ping or not. I'm going to play it through the viewfinder. Okay, does start work? Yep. Mario GP, so A button works. Cool, left and right seem to work. Up and down seem to work flawlessly. RB and LB I don't think you can use here anyway. We'll go 50cc because I'm a granny driver. Then we'll go Mario. I'm not really. Or am I? Okay, select Mario. I'm just going to double check that the LB and the RB definitely work in game. Now, for those who don't know, I am the reigning champion of Super Mario Kart. For those who have seen me play it on my videos, you'll know that I'm a champion. Pogs in the chat, Pogs in the chat. Okay, yeah, we take the first. Yeah, alright. Yeah, well, buttons seem good. Right, okay, yeah. So that's enough of that game. I can confirm that this DS looks okay. I also just really, actually, let's just really quickly play the other game as well, just to make sure. Let's just play the other game. GBA. Oh no, wait, that was GBA. Let's not embarrass ourselves further. The Nintendo DS Lite game I have is, the Nintendo DS game I have is actually Mario Kart as well. If we get the stylus and the actual touchscreen itself seems absolutely fine, by the way. This is pretty much exactly the same, but it's good. It's very responsive. Send ghost. I don't think that's a game mode. Okay, yep. How do I reset data on a game? Records. That'll be options, right? Did this guy have any friends? Sad times. Sad times. Options. There must be like a reset. Erase data. Here we go. Yes. Yes. Okay, sweet. Nice one. Okay, so this one looks absolutely fine. And it's got a stylus as well. I'm trying to think, is it worth me? Do you guys want me to clean this now on stream, or should we just go through the Nintendo DS Lites, see which ones are faulty and not, and at that point, then we can maybe take them apart and give them a bit of a clean. I think do you know what? I'm not even gonna. We're just gonna do that. We'll do that because I don't want to. Oh, I love you. Do you want to just put it? Can you put it here? Thank you so much. You're amazing. Thank you, bub. Guys, we have our cup of tea. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that at the end. Maybe give them a little bit of a clean. The insides I'm talking about, so maybe just give the motherboard a quick toothbrushing. Okay, so that is a good Nintendo DS Lite. Now we move on to the grey one. This doesn't have the stickers on, and this is another Japanese one. However, this one has a black stylus. So this isn't, in fact, the original stylus that came with this Nintendo DS Lite, and we know that. But the good news is that it does have a stylus, as well as the fact that we've got the back cover as well, which is amazing. Thanks for the like reminder. I would have forgotten elsewhere. No worries, no worries. Thank you for liking. Japanese 3DS 3DS XL is an LL. The 3DS CTR and DSi TWL exclusive games are region locked. DS NTR are unlocked. Cool. What's your favourite device to work on? I've not been doing this too long, to be honest with you, Brian. My I started the channel back in February. Actually, February the 9th was the 2020 was the first day that I uploaded a YouTube video, and I worked on an iPhone. So I don't just do consoles. I like to dabble in other things as well, but it's just a little hobby that I do, and I thought I'd start a YouTube channel and just learn from nothing. My favourite device, I'd say so far, is the only device that I've kind of worked on the most would be a Nintendo DS Lite. However, I've worked on PlayStations, being the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 3. Haven't worked. I've cleaned a PS4. I've cleaned an Xbox One. I've worked on Game Boys. I think just Game Boys in general. Any Nintendo device at the moment has been my favourite. Is the short answer, I think. Yeah. Get good. I'm assuming that was about Mario Kart. Why through the view? Because I don't know. It's easier to follow. If I put it through the viewfinder, I can see what you guys are seeing. Sometimes if you don't, I might get carried away and I'm looking at it and I'm just not looking up. So I might be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm doing really well, and then you guys can't even see what's going on. So that's why I play it through the viewfinder, which is the camera just there. Options arrays. Nice. Thank you. Maybe it was me. I don't have any friends. I don't have friends either. Neither did I, man. Neither did I. Cheers, Emmett. Yeah, thanks, Ems. On the DSi, you erase the game data with the bottom sequence at the first game screen. Yeah, thank you, Renata. Okay, so, next one. You ready? Here we go. This is a silver DS Lite. This doesn't actually turn on either. We had the same issue with the power a second ago. Can you imagine if it's 3 for 3 all working? That'd be pretty cool. So we're just going to let that sit for a minute or two just whilst it gathers enough charge before we start turning it on and taking it apart. What's everyone been up to on Valentine's Day whilst we just wait for this to get a little bit of charge? What's everyone been up to? Same old remote networking PS. Look at the game labels. You'll notice the console codes based on the original console names: CTR, Citrus 3DS, Twilight DSi, and NTR Nitro. Okay. Oh yeah, NTR. Look at that. And you said NTR is Nitro, which is DS. Nice. And what was the... So if we're looking at this correctly, 3DS, DS, and DS. Okay, so what are the Game Boy ones then? So what are the Game Boy Advance ones? AGB? It says AGB there. AGB 002. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you, Toxo, for the info. I bought a PlayStation 1 and 4 games for £10. Damn! I've got my favourite games that I used to play as a child on the PlayStation were Tarzan. That was probably up there with my favourite games. On the PS1, demo discs were unbelievable. I don't know if anyone agrees in the chat. Yes or no in chat if you think demo discs on the PlayStation original were the best thing since sliced bread. Used to pick a magazine up for like £1.50 and then just have access to about 8 games or so. What else did I play on the PS1? God, so many different games. What's that Roller Coaster Tycoon game? That was also really, really good. Good. That wasn't a voice crack. Definitely wasn't a voice crack. Crash Bandicoot? Yes, Crash Bandicoot. Wow. Crash Bandicoot and Crash Team Racing was unbelievable. So when you said CTR there, I was like, is he talking about Crash Team Racing? Yo, Fraz, what's going on, my guy? How you doing today? You okay? Welcome. Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, yeah. let's not talk about what just happened, okay? Some YouTube tonight. I don't know if you heard what I said after that. But yeah, I said I don't know what type of work you're into, Brian. You can share if you want. You don't have to, though, my friend. DOL is Dolphin for GameCube. Okay. Hitting the light switch with a plastic bottle because I'm bored to stand up. Am I the only one? Renata, I've been there. Don't worry about that. Crash Bash for the PlayStation. Oh, why do I recognise that game? Why do I recognise Crash Bash? Oh. Yeah, okay, Crash Bash was different to Crash Bandicoot because I thought... Oh my god. I forgot about Crash Bash. Oh my goodness. Crash Bash was an elite game. That deserves a round of applause for you Frozerinos. That was an amazing shout. That was such a good shout. Wow. Tomb Raider, of course. Tomb Raider. Demo disc, Crash Team Racing was the best Mario. Yeah, was the best Mario Kart Nintendo never made. Yep. Team Hospital. Hey Joey, always looking forward to Sunday stream. Taylor, what's going on, guys? Let's say hello to Taylor. How you doing, Taylor? Okay. Good, Joey. Doing DIY around the house. New door hinges, lots of fun. I'd rather be tinkering like you. Dude, that's pretty cool though. Again, learning. I'm assuming learning skill. So maybe just I don't know if you've done door hinges before, but that sounds pretty interesting. I need to replace the doors in my house, to be honest. I want to get like wooden ones, you know. Hey, Taylor, what's going on, man? How you doing today? PlayStation introduced me to the Need for Speed. Oh, Need for Speed franchise. Underground 2 was the best game. I don't think there's any other. You can't say if there was any other Need for Speeds that were better than Need for Speed Underground 2, in my personal opinion. But you know, other people might say otherwise. I think Underground 2 was the best because of the amount of upgrades and stuff you could make to the cars. Underground was still really, really good, but yeah, I feel like Underground 2 was the best one. 369, damn, yeah, so really good, really, really good. I still have it in my collection. Really? What? Oh my god, Crash Bash? That's so cool. Let's see if this one turns on, guys. We have life. Japanese? Yes. And we now know how to convert this from Japanese into English, so let's do that real quick. I don't know what I've just spelt there. To know what my name would be in Japanese would be amazing. Cool. What's good is that it's taken a charge from my PC. I was a little bit hesitant to think that the charge wouldn't be enough, perhaps, but we are pretty fortunate that it's okay and it's charging. Need for Speed, the most wanted. The first one was OG. Yeah, most wanted was really, really good. TOCA. What's TOCA? Colin McRae. Oh my gosh. That dirt game was so good. The Dirt Rally, Colin McRae Dirt Rally. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Burnout Revenge. Oh, Burnout was so good. TOCA was an OG racing game. I don't know what TOCA is. I'm sure you'll say it and I'll be like, of course. I met Crash Bandicoot from the trilogy and I fell in love. I got a Switch to specifically play this game, the only one I could afford, and now I pre-ordered yesterday. Oh, you got it? Yes! You bought a Switch yesterday. Congratulations. I had a Switch and I sold it to my friend because I didn't play it that much and it cost a lot of money. Nice one, guys. I think we've this one is also good. Okay, let's test a game in this, shall we, and see if it's working or not. I think Burnout was PS2. Awesome game. Yeah, it was so good. Touring car racing. Oh, okay, I've heard of that. What was that one? Driver. Does anyone remember Driver? Where you couldn't get out of the car or anything. All you could do was drive. Ironically. Okay, let's plug the games in, shall we? So I'll turn this off. And then we'll put Mario Kart DS in the top. We'll take the cap from the bottom of this. This one could do a little bit of a clean. That was a little bit tough. And then pop them in. Okay, here we go. You ready? What's our verdict, guys? We think this one's going to work as well. Do we think it's going to read both of the games? If it does, we can put this to the side as well and call it good. Sweet. So again, the volume works on this. It's fine. Touchscreen is good. Oh my god, it reads both games. Just going to really quickly check. Again, Mario Kart World Champion 2003, 2004. Okay, yep, that's fine. Create a custom emblem. No, it's fine. Single player, multiplayer. Okay, let's go single player. Show this screen real quick, just whilst I'm choosing the settings. Everything seems really, really clean so far. Buttons seem okay. I would like to get these apart and just clear the membranes and stuff and give the buttons a decent clean. And I'm afraid that I'm going to have to do this with this one. Look, that is going to be an interesting one next. I really like the stickers though. Okay, here we go. Like I said, champion of Mario Kart. You ready? Watch me get this start really good. Look at that. Okay, so RB works fine. I just want to make sure that I can use LB to use the box. I'm looking in the viewfinder, by the way. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that works. I've just used all three pretty quick. Go on then, my son. Go on then, my son. Pop it. Yes. Okay, it just took me a while to warm up, guys, as you see from the last DS. Here we go. Look, watch this. This guy's dead. Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to put that? Okay, so we got him once. Can we get him again? Yes, we can. Can we one more time? Yep, that one's for later on. Okay, so yeah, I'm good at this. Okay, I'm really, really bad. Alright, let me just double check the bottom cartridge works as well, and then we can write this one off as well and say that we're all good. As you guys saw as well, the touchscreen worked fine, no issues. I know you can change the screen, right, to go from top to bottom. Seems fine as well. Super circuit, buttons again, absolutely fine. The game plays. No issues, no glitching, nothing like that. Really responsive. Right, I'm happy to call that good and working as well. So what I will probably eventually do with these is give them a good charge and just make sure that they are full battery. Battery seems to be fine as well. They seem to be taking a charge, which is amazing. And I don't know what I'm going to do with these, to be honest with you guys. Maybe I'll make a 3-screen... A 3-screen... Nintendo DS Lite. Maybe, we'll see one day. Okay, so yeah, that's really, really good. We can put that one over to the side as well. Yeah. Saw the new multimeter leads in the last video. Yeah, I do like them. Do you know the only thing, right? The only thing, after working with them for a little bit longer, the only thing that I'm a little bit like meh with. These bits are quite short now that I've got them. And Essentialist, I don't know if you're still in the chat, bud, but I'm pretty sure the ones you sent me had a longer one. Now, the issue with these is that I don't know what this spinny thing is. They're just quite, you know what I mean? They're quite short. Wait, can I take this off? That'd be good if I could. No, I can't. I don't think I can. But do you see what I'm saying? That it's a little bit short, the tip here, especially when you've got the guards on. So when you're trying to get in, like I'd rather longer ones so that I could be a little bit more precise. But other than that, they're really, really, really good. What's the status of getting you a microscope? The microscope is, let's put it this way, it's a heavy investment, and you guys know how appreciative I am of all of the tips and stuff, which go directly back into the channel, as you're aware. So I'm saving up for the microscope. Let me just say that we're not, because of this whole Joey Does Tech stuff, and because it's an amazing hobby of mine, I don't want to get too into the financial details and all of that stuff. But we're not in the new tax year yet. It's coming up, so I'm looking to then maybe turn this, what I have, into a business. In which case, I'll be able to access all the funds. Obviously, I've got access to all the funds anyway, but I just want to do everything by the book and just make sure that we do everything official and properly. So it's currently on hold. And you know it's £250, so I think that's the microscope that I've been looking at anyway. It's about £250. It's definitely something I want to get because it will improve the viewing experience for you guys. So the money that's gone towards it will be a thing. But yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the right moment, let's say. So yeah, but it will be coming. The AI were fair, was aggressive. Oh, what, the touring cars? Sega Rally, the real OG simulator. My favourite game was, do you remember Micro Machines, where you had like the tabletop cars? I had that on the Sega Mega Drive, was it? Was it the Mega Drive? I think so. Micro Machines, that was so good, man. That was a really good game. What have you done so far? Hey Chris, how you doing? Welcome. We're diagnosing some Nintendo DS Lites. That's the first thing we're doing before we move on to the Nintendo DSi XL. So this, oh, that kind of, I should say that to people who are just recently joining the stream. So if you are enjoying the stream, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate your faces. We're just looking at some Japanese Nintendo DS Lites that I received from Elliot, aka the Retro Future. Just making sure that they work. I've got one more left, and this one looks pretty cool. I really like the stickers. Once I've diagnosed this one, we'll probably move on to the Nintendo DSi XL. And then I've also got a box of goodies that I received from Elliot quite a while ago, and it has a load of like random stuff in there, a lot of motherboards, etc. So I want to take them out and test them, and maybe see if we can get any of them working into some shells, which I think would be pretty damn cool. That's where we're currently at. Tested some Seneca DS Lite so far. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Spinny thing shouldn't be on. Spinny thing. What spinny thing? What are we talking about? Sorry, Phil. Did it not come with different? Oh, the spin. Oh, you're talking about. Sorry, you're talking about this. The leads, right? Yeah, yeah. The spinny thing shouldn't be on. So this shouldn't be on then, no. I don't think it comes off. Honestly, I don't think it comes off. Because you can't slide it up. You can't slide it up because it's like a barrier, and you can't take this top bit off. I don't think, anyway. Let's get this in charge. Sorry. Cool. Okay, we're in charge. We're good. Joey, get a video microscope. You can learn to work with it just like a mouse or GFX. Use the video scope for ages. I don't know what that is. I use it for inspections, don't really do micro soldering. I don't know what that is. Resident Evil 2. Ah, John, what a game. What a game. I did steer away from the Resident Evils because I was scared of them when I was younger. I won't lie. I have like a toyish microscope instead of new at repairs, but enjoy it. Exactly, yeah, yeah. I need to just make sure that I find the right one. I don't want to go in heavy as well. The 250 is fairly a lot of money. But again, this is a hobby that I love and enjoy, so I'm more than willing. And like, you know, with the support of you guys, which is still blows my mind, then yeah, I do need to invest in one. I just need to find the right one. Steve, aka Stairs Sticks Fix, has that microscope, and he really likes it. So yeah, and from his videos and stuff that I see, it's really good quality. So that's what I'm looking at. Micro Machines on the OG Mega Drive was fantastic. David, what's going on, man? Welcome. Mate, those stickers are proper sick. Do you think? I really like them. Yeah, they're pretty nice. Do I try and save the stickers, chat? Yes or no in the chat if you think I should try and save the stickers, or do we just see you later? What do you think? One I have was under 150. Nice. Mr. Hero, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you? You okay? Good old Micro Machines. When I was a toddler, I played V3 on the PS1 against my cousin. He rage quit and stormed off. I love it. Cousin memories are the best. What leads are they? I'm not actually too sure. I will have a look in a bit. Output or TV. Oh, okay, fine. Your microscope. I don't have binocular vision, so gotcha. Do. See you later, Dragon One. Try and keep the others. On the other channel, do you play only League of Legends? I do, yes, yeah. On my gaming channel, I stream and only upload videos about League of Legends. That's correct, yeah. I did used to play a lot of Call of Duty Warzone. I really liked Call of Duty Warzone. I played RuneScape. I played a load of different games. There's a lot of old videos on my other YouTube channel that they're not listed. They're not public, and they will stay hidden. Play Zelda. I've never been into Zelda, honestly. Okay, let's see if this one turns on. We have green light. The R feels a little bit iffy on this one. Okay, we also have, again, Japanese. Oh, okay. Guys, different colour. That doesn't come with this one, right? There's usually a grey stylus that comes with the grey Nintendo DS Lite. Touchscreen works, which is really good. I'm just going to go on to Picto Chat and just make sure that we're all okie dokie. Let's go into the first room. That feels okay, chat, right? How do we clear? There was a button to clear. Is it this? Yeah. That feels okay. It just feels a little bit groggy. It might look a little, I don't know, to me if it looks a bit yellow, potentially, as well. But that could, again, just be me. Let's, I'm going to change this to English, and then we're going to get some games in it and just make sure. The screen looks a little bit yellow on this one. It's got a tinge of yellow. I don't know if you guys can see. A little bit of a tinge of yellow. I don't think you can. Settings. Globe, English. I have to press OK after that. I should have known after doing 2 just a second ago. Haha. Yeah, this is pretty cool, man. I like the stylus. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, so we've done that. Go back, quit. Yep. Just make sure we will erase all the data from these Nintendo DS Lites as well. Cool, that's it. Oof, okay. That one's a little bit sticky. That one goes in there like that. This one goes in. This shell's a little bit beaten up, you see. A little bit beaten up. Let's turn this one on. How are we looking? Good, okay. Do we recognise both games? Ooh, alright chat. Okay then. So we don't have a DS card in the top, as you can see. It doesn't recognise that there's a DS card inserted in the top. We've got a GBA game. Again, just really quickly going to check that the buttons are okay. I won't spend as long on this one, I promise. Just going to make sure that start and select work, etc. Does start work? Start works fine. One player game.
Love your videos.
Thank you so much for the generous £15. Just an average bug trainer. Guys, thank you so much. You're an absolute legend. I don't know why it cut off. Did you guys see that the message cut off there? That's really frustrating. That's really, really frustrating. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're absolutely amazing. The generosity of this community is unbelievable. Thank you so much. Just an average bug trainer. Much appreciated for the £15. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Will you be getting a post office box as well?
Why are you guys so generous, man? What is this? Taylor, you're a legend. Thank you so much for the, what's that? That's $25, which works out, I think, around about £18 or so. Taylor, thank you so much for your support. Will you be getting a post office box as well? I did actually inquire into it, and I think it's about £150 for the year. Yes, that'll be something that I definitely get, but I'm also a bit wary because I know that there's a lot of people out there, especially again in this community, because the community is so awesome. I feel like the community would send me a lot of stuff, you know. So I'd need to manage that correctly, and I'd need to, you know, I just want to put it out there and make it clear that I am not somebody who repairs stuff and sends it back or sells it as fully functional. That's not, at the moment, I'm nowhere near competent enough to take responsibility of other people's belongings. Nowhere near. So I would like to stress that if I was to ever open up a PO box, that it would literally be for people sending it one way, and that's it, because I can't promise anyone that I'm going to be able to fix something and send it back. So I'd need to make sure I get that message across. And yes, I will definitely look into it 150%. I really want a PO box because I want people to be able to send me stuff, but just with the expectation that they will not be getting that thing back, because I am not a competent technician in the slightest. Maybe 5 years down the line, I might be like, you know, I've handled a fair few devices now, and I actually fully understand what a short is, but until that point, I'd rather not. But Taylor, thank you so much for your generosity. I really, really appreciate your face. And just to make it clear for people who, I haven't actually explained this on stream yet, we have a monthly top tipper down here. I have set up a PayPal tip page for Joey Does Tech, which is separate to my Genetics TK and my other stuff, and that is how it shows. So you've got the live chat and the super chat, which is completely different. That's like a YouTube thing, and then you've got a PayPal link, which is in the description of the video, and that is for the monthly top tipper. Just, I don't want people donating and then thinking, oh, it's gonna appear here if they do it on the live chat. It's just to explain that that is for PayPal. But thank you so much for your generosity and support. It's absolutely nuts. I really, really, really appreciate it. Very generous. Yeah, it's incredible. Thank you. Poggers, definitely. And thank you for the videos. They're so enjoyable to watch. Wow. The words are incredible. Thank you so much for the kind words. I really, really appreciate it. PO boxes are insanely expensive in the UK. Yeah, they have. For what it's worth, though, I mean, if people want to send me stuff and see me open it in videos and try and repair it, and, you know, I think it's worth it. I think it's massively worth it. If you guys get enjoyment out of it, why wouldn't I do it? So Oh man, if you get a PO box, I'm going to send you so much junk. Exactly what I was saying. Exactly what I was saying. I would look forward to it. I'd look forward to it so much. Have to go for a moment. See you later. See you later, Chris. Took me a long time to work on other people's arcade boards. I've worked on boards £100. It still scares me. Exactly. That's why, for me personally, it's not a responsibility that I want to take on. I don't want to say to people, I can fix your device, because I'm nowhere near competent. Guys, what do we think about the colour of this tee? Is it acceptable? Are people okay with this? I think it's perfect. I have a Sega Mega Drive that doesn't power on anymore. Was working around a year ago. I'd happily send it your way for you to have a look. If you ever get a PO box, I wouldn't want it back, but I wouldn't want it back or anything. I appreciate that, Brian. I do want to. Yeah, it's definitely something that I will invest in 100%. No tea or coffee for me. Oh really? Only one I said no to was over 1,000. Over 1,000 to work on? Jeez. Looks strong the way I like it. Exactly, man. I like a strong tea. Guys, thank you so much for your generous support. I don't expect any additional support other than just liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and having a little chat. But the fact that you guys go above and beyond with the money is crazy. So thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Oof. Yeah, I wasn't. I've never. Let me just check that this is all good. I'll turn the volume back up now after the. Okay, so if I tell you what, the up and down and the left and right feel a little bit groggy. And the A, look. I'm not pressing it hard, by the way. I'm tapping. If I press it hard. Okay, so we need to sort that out as well. It might just be a little bit of oxidation. I learned that word from Elliot on the membrane, perhaps. And it's the same with the left and the right. Look, if I just tap it, that's me tapping it. And it's not moving. If I push it down hard, it goes. So that is something that I need to do with this one. I'm assuming LNR work fine. I'm just going to really quickly get into a game and just make sure.
Did it work?
Yep. Taylor, it worked. And what's really cool as well is that because you've got like a longish name, right? If we look here, because you've got like a longish name, it's gone onto another line. So that is amazing. Taylor, it worked. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Taylor, you are my official first ever PayPal tipper. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're a legend. And I think it resets as of the 1st of every month. I think. I'm very behind now in this game. Taylor, thank you so much for the 7. Okay, yeah, so L and R seem to work. Oh, they work absolutely fine, to be honest. L and R actually work really well, better than I expected on this device. Okay, so the issue that we have is, of course, the fact that it doesn't register the Nintendo DS Lite game. I'm just going to blow in it. Now I know that the game's fine because it's worked in the other DSs as well, so I don't need to keep this on charge anymore because I think it already had battery because it was full charge. So I'm just going to turn this on again, and we are just going to check and see. Chat, what do you think? No. Okay, so we have our first one where the DS card slot doesn't work. Now I'm actually really excited because this could be a very good video. Let's put the stylus back real quick. And this stylus goes back in the other Nintendo DS Lite. Now, what I have to be careful of, guys, is that this could actually make a really good video on the channel. So I need to make sure that I'm not going too far in depth with it, because I'd love to have a video of me changing perhaps a Nintendo DS Lite card reader, because I've never done that. So that would make an awesome video. And I think, would you guys in the chat love to see that as a video? Changing a DS Lite card slot, because I've never done that. And I think it's actually pretty difficult because there's a lot of soldering points. However, what I'm just going to do is grab some IPA and just clean the cartridge slot to make sure that it's not a simple cleaning fix. Okay, so because otherwise it would be a full video for just me getting some IPA and putting it into here. It would be good to maybe open it up and have a look. We might be able to do that today, but if I can determine the fact that it's going to be a slot change for the card reader, then that would make an awesome video. So give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to grab some IPA, isopropyl alcohol for those who don't know, and as well as an earbud. So 2 seconds, guys. as I'm cleaning my ears. Okay, IPA. Now I think this is, you know, I don't know, what would you do, chat? Am I right in thinking that maybe the first thing that I should do is just little cotton bud down here and just wiggle it about? Is that the, that's what I would do personally if I received a DS and I was like, and it said that it wasn't able to read games or play games. That's what I'd do. I'd just get some IPA, drop it down into the slot like I'm doing here. Just make sure I get enough down there. And then I'm going to put this in a sec and just wiggle it about and give the contacts a good clean. I'm assuming that's what we should be doing. Okay, just make sure we get it right to the bottom and just give it a good old clean. This is good. Q-tips for the win. There we go. All right, how dirty are we? Oof. Okay, look at that, chat. Not horrendous, but we've definitely got some tear there. So we put this down. Oh, this will make such a good video. I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't work. Is that bad? I'm kind of hoping it doesn't work, so then I can do a video on it. There we go. We got some better dirt there from the dry side, and we'll just go back in again. I'd probably IPA a cartridge and pop it in and out a few times. A very good shout. Very, very good shout. Renata, yeah, again as well. So Toxo and Renata coming in with a suggestion of putting some IPA onto the game and putting it in and out. That's a really, really good suggestion. You guys can see how dirty that is. Look, that's actually pretty dirty. Let's do that then, chat, shall we? So I'm just going to drop a little bit of IPA on the game itself and put it in and out, and we'll see what we get there. I'm pretty sure people do this for Game Boys as well. It's quite a known fix. Oh wow, that's actually really dirty as well. The cartridge slot. Sorry, the cartridge itself. The game that I have is amazing. Okay, let's put that over there. I'm just going to put the game back in, and just like this, I'm assuming. It feels sticky. Look, it doesn't come out the whole way, guys. See that? Oh, okay, it does now. Okay. I've got some motion. Oh, see, look, it doesn't come out the whole way. Still not, maybe a little bit sticky. And then just going to blow in it. Just bright. Sorry if that's really loud. I've just realised I've got my headset on and I'm not using the other mic. Don't worry, I didn't just lick that. Top tip foam Q-tips, and you don't have to worry about bits of cotton. Yeah, I've heard about them actually. I do need to get some. I do. IPA solves everything. If I could, I'd bath in it, Brian. But I don't think that would be good on certain body parts. If at all, any body parts actually. Sorry for my English too. I'm from Greece. No, Renato, your English is amazing. Chat, can we agree that Renata's English is really good? I'd actually argue, Renata, that your English is better than mine, to be fair. It's a little bent, that's why. Is it a little bent, that's why it's sticking? Perhaps. Yeah, that's a good shout. Right, moment of truth, guys. Let's put it in. We're going to turn it round, turn it on. Yes or no if you think it's going to work in the chat. What do we think the opinions are, guys? Okay, here we go. God damn it. I'm kind of upset. I'm not going to lie. And the reason why I'm upset is because it's working. Let's just make sure the game plays. Am I okay to be... Can I not be happy about this, guys? Is that alright? I don't know. Am I allowed to not be happy that it's working? Because I really wanted it to not work so that I had a really good video there. I'll be honest. I'm just going to make sure that again the L and the R work. They worked on the other game. I don't see why it wouldn't work on this. Yeah, the buttons are just really sticky. There we go. Yeah, it seems to work fine. This might be just a little bit of a cleaning one. There we go. Yeah, the L and the R work with no issues at all. Get out of my way, Yoshi. Yoshi, is that Yoshi? I think that's Yoshi, right? the little mushroom bloke. So we got, this is Bowser. Correct or wrong, chat? We had Yoshi and we had Bowser. Got bananas. Who's in first place then, chat? Who's that? Is it Wario? Wario. I think it is. Alright, I'm getting carried away. Sorry. Right, that's good as well. That one works as well. Okay, so we've got 3 Nintendo DS Lites that were from Japan. We've managed to take them from Japan to England and change the language, etc. And they work with no issues whatsoever. The only issue that we had here was a little bit of dirt in the cartridge slot reader, a little bit of IPA, and cotton buds seem to make that work with no issues at all. Button's a little bit sticky. I will make a note of that on this Nintendo DS Lite and I'll give it a good clean. Perhaps maybe include it in a video because I know that some of you guys like to see me clean out some. Would you like to see a restoration of this perhaps? Because what I could do with one of these Nintendo DS Lites, guys, somebody was asking me, I can't remember who it was for the life of me, and apologies for not knowing, but somebody wanted me to put a Nintendo DS Lite in a transparent shell. So I might purchase a transparent shell and put one of these into a transparent shell. Would you guys like to see that for a video? So you can see and judge my work, which is horrifically messy. Woot woot, yep. I watch a lot of YouTube. Does it seem apparent? You're using words like apparent. I mean, that's more than my vocabulary, Renata. Yes, yeah, correct, yeah. It does come across that you watch a few videos and your English is very, very good. I once saw a guy have a litre of vodka poured over him. Jeez. Another time, I guess, Joey. Yeah, yep. Darn IPA. Drat. Joey, I get why you're disappointed, and I agree it could make better content and more ambitious fix it. Exactly. Wario. Toad is a mushroom person. Yoshi? Oh, it's the green guy. Yoshi's the green guy, right? Sound good. That's a good shout. Make sure it's red transparent. Or shake my head. Oh, or something, though. Okay, yeah. Getting through these like a charm, Joey. I know, right? I didn't expect all these to work. But that's 3 good working Nintendo DS Lites. Now, chat, we have our next culprit. And who's ready to see? And when I say this, I mean this in the nicest way possible. If somebody can help me get this working in some sort of video, whenever it will be, my next video, I'll give you a huge shout out. If somebody wants to try and help me with this bad boy. Now, I'll give a shout out for anyone who's here because you're all amazing people and you're all in the chat and the support, like I said, has been absolutely incredible. But yeah, perhaps I could give a shout out to somebody who nails the problem. Let's try that. See if we can get that sorted. I have to go, Joey. Have fun. Fab, see you later. Guys, can we say goodbye to Fab in the chat? Joey, more like a joy. Haha. Bye, Fab. Yeah, see you later, Fab. Okay, Nintendo DSi XL. 1 in the chat if you've seen the video that I posted about this device. Okay, 1 in the chat if you've seen both of the videos that I've posted about this device. I'm not going to spend a ridiculous amount of time on these because I would at some point also like to get through the box of stuff that Elliot sent me, just to have a look at maybe some motherboards, and hopefully you guys can help me see what motherboards they are and see if I can maybe get one working. So I'll probably give this up to about an hour to see if we can get this fixed. So guys, this is our chance, this is our opportunity. Let's see if we can get this one working. If I can, I will be the happiest man on earth because this is so far been the toughest fix for me. The only thing that's been a little bit harder, I would say, is the PlayStation 1s that I had. They were really tough to try and fix as well, because I didn't really understand what was going on with them. One of them works, one of them doesn't, so I still have the PS1s if we're interested about seeing a live stream potentially on them as well. But the Nintendo DSi XL is something that we're now going to take a look at. So let's have a look. 1. Cool. So quite a few people saw it. Nice. Okay, good. How long will you be streaming tonight? Brian, I'm going to be streaming till 6 PM today. 6 PM GMT. Maybe a couple of minutes later. But I spent a little bit of time with the missus today. This morning we went for a walk, etc. and we watched the football together. But we're also going to get a Nando's tonight and watch a film. So I'll be off at around about 6/6 or so. 113 in binary. Flex cables are the brain of the laptop repairs. They go wrong so many times. That's right. So chat, are we all in agreement that I should get this Nintendo DSi XL apart? Are we all okay with that? So let's do that to start with. Let me move these DS Lites out of the way so that I don't accidentally destroy them. I'm going to take my screwdriver for this. For those who have never seen inside a Nintendo DSi XL, it's very interesting. I actually really like it. I prefer it to the Nintendo DS Lites. It seems more advanced, which obviously makes sense. And it's got a few more ribbon cables, I'll tell you that. I think this one's probably going to be good. Let me just double check something, because this is a pretty nice thickness. No, damn. Okay, so maybe go 000 is what I'm going to try. 000 Phillips head. Just trying to find the exact right one that I need to use for this XL. The 000 is the right one. There's no question about it. 000 works absolutely fine. If I'm just mumbling, guys, I apologise. Just fix it already. God damn. Yeah, I wish. Okay, so here we go. We've got the new battery that's in the device. I'm going to move my tools off of here because what I'm going to do is get the multimeter out as well. So I've got a little bit of space. I am working in a little box room, guys. It's not the biggest of rooms, but I'm grateful for what I have. Where's the multimeter? I do have a garage, which I was thinking about trying to convert later on down the line, which would be amazing. But that's going to be later on, perhaps. Perhaps. It's not a promise. And if my missus heard me talking about it, I'll be shot. So, just going to get the leads out. What the frick just pink? What's going on here? Alright, that's okay. Okay, there we go. Put these back in. I'm going to try and look after these cables because I have a horrible track record, guys. Somehow of breaking leads. I don't understand how. Vince posted a video too. Nice. I'm waiting for him like 3 days now. Vince is an inspiration for me to start fixing things. Vince is a huge inspiration for me as well to start fixing things. I'm not going to sit here and say that I've seen all of his videos because I haven't. I've seen a few. I'd say I've seen a lot. I'm going to say I've seen a lot of them. But you know, there's people like Coda. He's been a massive inspiration on the channel so far as well. I recently found Coda through just watching all these videos. You've got Northridge Fix, you've got Coda, you've got Elliot, obviously Retro Future, you've got Vince, even Stez Sticks Fix, Steve. I'm learning stuff from Steve as well. The repair community is an amazing community, end of, and I think we can all agree that. So yeah, and I think everyone can learn different things from different people, right? I'm dumb, really dumb when it comes to this sort of stuff, but I hope to I think the thing that I'd say my niche with YouTube when it comes from a learning perspective is that I want people to be able to, who have no experience, to learn like me, and I hope to put it very simply for people who know nothing like me. You see what I'm saying? So we learn together, you know, because some of the words and stuff can be very, very daunting. Yeah. Okay, so let's just take the other screws out. Got a couple here. And I tell you what, guys, I'm a little bit confused. I don't know if anyone else can answer this. I don't know why they stopped using tri-wing screws, for the Nintendo DSi. I don't know if that's the same for the DSi XL. I don't know if that's the same, excuse me, for the DSi standard. But yeah, I'm a little bit confused as to why they just used Phillips. I'm not opposed to it because I actually just prefer it all to be one sort of screw. So the fact that it is Phillips is really good, but I don't know why they only done it for the Game Boys and Nintendo DS Lites. To be honest. But yeah, there's some great repair technicians out there, man. Really, really smart, dedicated tech repair technicians. Every single one of them are talented in their own way. Adamant IT as well. Northridge Fix. Yeah, some really, really smart people out there, man. Really smart. And great YouTubers. Oh my god, yeah. Dude, Macho Nacho, holy mother of juice. This guy, I don't know if anyone's seen Macho Nacho, and again, I'm an advocate for, I think, you know, when it comes down to the repair community on YouTube, I'll support every single creator that does repairs or mods or anything like that to do with tech. Macho Nacho, His intro is the best thing since sliced bread. True or false? His introduction is absolutely insane, dude. And I'm pretty sure he's made it himself. The guy is extremely talented. His video production element to his videos is second to none. It's actually probably the best, I think. But yeah, Matcha Natcha is really, really good. Mako, yeah, Mako. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, again, really, really talented. And this does not compute. Yeah, extremely talented. Very smart people, man. Very, very smart people. I look up to them all as a YouTuber, man. Definitely. Yeah, you and Steve give me hope that the average guy like me can give it a go. Dude, I am the most average guy you'll ever meet, Brian. So I hope I can do that, man. I really, really hope I can do that. I'm a subscriber to all of them. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I've seen all his try to fix videos, and same from for Steve from Stesstics Fix. Steve from Tronics Fix is amazing as well. Such a nice, kind, lovely bloke. Really, really nice. Because I think that's it was because I've got Peyton, I can't remember. Did you have bacon this morning? Yo, what's going on? How you doing, man? You okay? Welcome, Blue Book, aka Onasazi, my friend, my guy. How you doing today, man? I did have bacon this morning. You're 100% correct. 100% correct. Bacon and what else, guys? What else do I have on a weekend? Bacon and Tito. It's great production. He does. You, Joey, have the best hair. Is that my niche? Is the hair? Is that what makes you stand out? Anyone seen Retro Gamer Arts? His wiring work is a form of... I haven't actually, no, Fibble. I haven't. +1 about the hair. Oh, wow, you guys really like my hair. I'll take that. Eggs, correct. Yeah, you're 100% correct. Okay, I'm just taking this apart very, very slowly. They have ribbon cables. So the Nintendo DS Lite... Sorry, the Nintendo DSi XL has a ribbon cable. Where's my playing tool? The one I like to use, the guitar pick on this, to be honest. It just works best. So I'm prying up slowly. See that? And then we just twist. Follow it around. Slowly. And you hear it click. Multiple clicks. Once you hear the multiple clicks, you can then lift off the back. And there is, beware, ribbon cables underneath here. And they just come off, which is good. But yeah. So yesterday we cleaned this motherboard as well. And it didn't go too well, did it? So we are back again. We meet again, Nintendo DSi XL. What are we saying today then, guys? Where do you want me to start? Any suggestions in the chat? Like I said, if anyone can actually help me fix this, you'll 100% get a shout out in a video if I do manage to fix it. There's not much more I can really offer you, to be fair. But yeah, just if anyone is able to help, then that would be much appreciated. And let's go. Let's do this together. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in just so you guys can see exactly what's going on. I'll put it here. So yeah, hit me, guys. What do you think? I want to kind of test power, I think, as well. Going to... Oh, I tell you what I did do yesterday is I soldered that chip. So I wonder if I have... I hope I haven't ruined it. It looks okay. It doesn't look like there's any shorts on it, which is what I wanted to avoid, obviously. But I think... Do you know what? I think there is a short. Guys, I think there's a short. I'm just going to try and get rid of that now. I think there is a... Not a short, sorry. I'm completely wording that wrong. And this is the average guy speaking. There is, in fact, a bridge between two solder points. So I'm just going to turn my soldering iron on real quick. And just get rid of that. I don't know if you can see, but it's here. There is a bridge. Look where my thumb is. I'm going to move my thumb so it focuses properly. But there is a bridge between two solder joints there. See that? Top right of that chip. I think that's the only one. But again, without a microscope, it's going to be pretty hard to tell. So I'm just going to really quickly try and get rid of that bridge. It should just take 2 seconds, to be honest. So yeah. If the motherboard is dead, maybe try... Oh, flex cable. Flibble, you want to try the flex cable, right? Yeah, we can look at that. Sausage. Oh, I tell you what, I'll do like a bacon, egg and sausage sandwich. Jesus. That sounds so nice right now. I'm really hungry, so I'm getting Nando's tonight, guys. I've not had a Nando's in about over a year, so I'm looking forward to having that tonight. If the motherboard is tread, try and hunt for a broken DSi with a broken screen, but a working Mobo. Yes, yeah, that's one of the things that I have thought about, definitely. and that will probably be my next step if I can't fix it in today's stream, I think. Do you play guitar? I play drums. I used to play drums. I don't play drums anymore. I'm horrendous. I'm really bad. I used to play in a band. But yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. Joe, I had a DSi and it had water damage. Yeah, I think this is water damage, man. I think it is. Try the Flexi boys. Remind us what has been the issue and what has been attempted. There's a few things, Taylor. So one of the first things is that I blew the power, the actual charger that I had, this is a different one. I blew that up by putting it into the power up here. So what I can confirm, I'll try and put this as best I can. Like I said, I am a noob when it comes to this stuff. I'll try and get it across as best I can. We have a new fuse on the board. Okay, so I'll test this fuse with you guys now so you can see what's going on. We have a new fuse. This is fuse 1 up here. This fuse wasn't working. I blew it. I'm pretty sure with the attempts that I tried of just cleaning and all sorts of bits and bobs and it not working originally. So if I really quickly just take the leads and plug them in to the multimeter and we'll test the fuse 1. Fuse 1 does work, should work. Here we go. Fuse 1. There we go. Continuity on fuse 1, and then we have there's fuse 2 as well, which is on the back of the board here. That works, that does work, but it's also called fuse 1, but I just refer to them as the two separate ones. So yeah, the fuses work, it's just it doesn't receive power and doesn't turn on. Taylor, is the issue that we have. It just doesn't turn on whatsoever, and with a battery in, it doesn't even show. If I show you guys real quick, if I get the charger for this thing, if I go ahead and put the charger in the correct way up and turn it round, it doesn't charge. So it is, by the looks of it, completely dead. And that's what I would... Where did I put... Hold on. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Whoa, something happened.
Microscope Fund and I missed your last live stream.
Chat. Tidder has just donated £144.49. Or tipped, sorry, he has tipped £144.49. My first words are going to be a massive and huge thank you, Tidder. I can't. It's nuts, man. Like I don't know what other words I could potentially use to show my appreciation, because it is incredible that you support this YouTube channel and the community as much as you do, and myself obviously. Like, yeah, thank you. Honestly, thank you. I can't thank you enough, seriously, for what you've done for this channel. It just it puts towards the content and the quality of the content that shows on the channel, and yeah, all of you guys who do support that way are just crazy, in my opinion, but a good crazy. Thank you, Tidder. Thank you so much. You're an amazing person. Seriously, thank you. And it's for the microscope. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Chat, can we just get a massive... Let's go for a wow. Can we get a wow in the chat of just of what Tidder does? I don't know what else to say, man. I really don't. Your generosity is unmatched and is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Well, I need to. Okay, let me get back to try. Okay, I'll try and concentrate. I'm gonna open a window because I'm sweating. As you can imagine, it's one of them things. Yeah, you're nuts. Thank you so much, Tida. Honestly. There was a shorted cap in the original live stream. Try removing that. Yes. Well, I wasn't too sure, Phil, if the capacitor here. You're talking about this one. So I wasn't too sure if the capacitor that we have here in the top right is meant to be shorted or is not meant to be shorted. Okay. So if I take this off, if I take this capacitor off, would the DS, if it had enough power, turn on? I have no idea. But the thing is, I don't have any capacitors to replace this, right? C93. Should I check the DS motherboard to see if I've got a C93? Perhaps. Oh yeah, I can't. He's just crazy, man. Tidda, thank you so much. There's the wows. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Thank you so much, Tidda. Appreciate you. And thank you to anyone else who likes the stream, by the way. Does the cam you're using have a macro option? Would work sort of microscope to you borrowing? I'm not too sure. I think I'd have to buy a lens, to be honest. I think I'd have to buy a lens. If I've missed any messages, I'm really sorry, guys. Is it for sure water damage? I think it is. I think it is. I will cherish my 5 minutes on the PayPal board, but Tidda is a madman and deserves huge props. Good job today. He is, yeah, he's crazy. But Taylor, I appreciate you as well, my friend. Thank you so much. Tidda, you're crazy. You're incredible. Yeah, wow, wow, wow. There we go. Nuts. Okay, let me just, like I said, that bridge I just need to get rid of, and I've got my soldering iron here. I'm just going to put a little bit of fluxation to the nation on the chip again, just to make sure, guys, that it reflows correctly. There we go, just on there like that, and we will hear like a burning noise. I'm just going to get a little bit close. You can turn it around this way. I think I've just got rid of it. Yeah, I think I'm okay. I am just really quickly as well going to, I think there's a little bit of a bridge down there. I'm sure that's okay now. The light is annoying because it's over here, right? The light is over this direction, so I kind of have to aim it towards the light. Yeah, I think we're okay. We're okay. Now, just so I'm not going crazy, I'm just going to check and see if that bridge has stopped it from actually receiving power. So, just wait for that to cool down a little bit. I'm just going to get the battery and just try and turn it on, because why not? We've got nothing to lose at this point. The thing doesn't work, so let me just open it up. Just going to try and power it on. Nothing at all. I don't know if you guys can see in the bottom right, but we're still not having any of it. Okay, so we take that off. There we go. Joey, you got an old Wi-Fi modem you can take apart for parts? Possibly, potentially. Like it's free, why not? Thanks, Froz. Thank you. I'm sure Clive tested a cap. Some other tested devices look like switchcards to me. Today, your legend. He is a legend. Yeah. Joey, I saw in your video that you clean the LCD cables. Did you clean the connectors on the motherboard? Benji, I didn't. No, I didn't clean the connectors on the motherboard, so that could be something I look at. Are you talking about the... Sorry, when you talk about the connectors, are you talking about these, right? You're talking about where the ribbon cables connect to, ironically, right? Is that what you're talking about? If the cap is shorted, you can remove it. No need to replace it. Okay. And it should turn on if that's the case. And yes, you can get the component testers, but SMD testers are pretty expensive. Yeah, before anything, make sure the ribbon connects corrosion free. But I don't think that would result in it not turning on. Potentially it has. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. I gave everything a good clean with a toothbrush. I don't think I got inside the connectors though. Maybe I did. I think I did. There's going to be a lot of mess on there that I need to clean up. I think, guys, do we go with Phil? I think we're going to go with what you said. I think I'm going to remove the capacitor that we have here. This one. And just to confirm, so I'll make it a little bit bigger again so you guys can see. Just to confirm, chat, can you tell me, just say yes or no. Am I correct in thinking that it should, so I'm going to put positive to ground. So if I put positive to ground and then try and connect onto this capacitor here. Oh, so I don't get continuity, but I get a reading of 604, around about 600. 600, right? But if I go between here and here, I don't get any continuity when I go between the capacitor. Is that correct? Is that how it should be? For example, if I go between this capacitor, which is just below, I get a reading. I get a reading. Oh wait. Yeah, if I go between this capacitor, I get 397. If I go between this capacitor, I get nothing. But I get a reading if I go from ground. I get a reading if I go to ground capacitor, 600. So why doesn't it give me a reading if I put... Wait a minute, am I putting it the wrong way? No, see, I get no reading. Whichever way I go with the... it shouldn't matter which way, I don't think, anyway. With this capacitor, C93, specifically, I don't get a reading if I put the cables together. But if I go between, for example, this capacitor down here even, I get a reading. So that's 240. This one up here is 400. This one down here is another 600. Oh, it's a bit higher than 600, I think, this one actually. 500. So yeah. Left hand side, I had the water damage by the hinge. Here, this one. I don't think I got into that properly, no. I don't think I got into that properly. What, to clean? I didn't like get the toothbrush and go proper in. That could be something we try, definitely. Definitely. If it's just a filter cap, would it not show on some cheap meter? As a short on some cheap meter, I have no idea. Not sure how you check capacitors, to be honest. It's ground one side. You would have to test caps out of circuit with a cap tester. But yeah, that's what I don't understand. Why, like, this one... So I'm getting something, right? If I put that here, I'm getting 600. So is it working? It's a question. Oh, okay. So testing in circuit would give inaccurate reading as the circuit itself creates capacitance. That's a new word for me to have a look at. Yeah, so then if I go like resistor, for example, so I click on a resistor. Hey, bub. Are you okay? Have you? How'd it go? Okay, can I... High five? Well done. Proud of you. Wow, you are. Yeah, your palms. Em's just come in. She's like, just done a workout. Bless her, man. Amazing. So that still works. There's no cap measurement option on the micrometers, but it'll be easy to test. It'll be only to test if I hold a charge. Gotcha. Yes, I'm a little bit confused, guys. I mean, I can try and remove this capacitor, but I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's, I think it's okay, I'm being serious. I think it's alright. If I look at the other capacitors, we get the noise. If we look at the other capacitors, we get a noise. See this? Well, you can see it on the multimeter potentially. These are all capacitors here. And look, I always get like a see, it's working, but it just doesn't work on this one. I just get a reading. I don't know if that means that there's a I don't know if that means it's broken or whether it's okay. I have no idea. I just want to try and find out why this board doesn't turn on. Check by getting one probe to ground on continuity mode, and you should get on a cap one side sorting and whatnot. Yeah, so that doesn't happen with this one. I think that's just what I've done, right? So if I put, so that's on ground, and then again on this one I don't. I just get a reading. I just get a reading of 600 when I do that, and that's ground. What about if I try up here actually? Because that's ground up here, right? Nothing up here. Oh, nothing up anything else either. So maybe this is a different part. Wait, this ground point doesn't work. So I get, okay, wait a minute, I get continuity on that. But I don't get anything. Okay, so wait, so this is a testing point, correct? Oh wait, you guys can't really see. This is a testing point here. Surely I should be getting the same results that I do with this. So if I put this on this, shouldn't it go ping? So that's not pinging, that's not going beep 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 beep. But surely it should. If I put this on here, yeah, look, see, look, there's a ground. That's continuity. If I do that on here, I get it. But if I do, for example, here to here, I don't get anything. If I do here to here, I get something. If I do on this one to down on the same one, nothing. Does that mean that this circuit potentially isn't working? This is my inexperience talking. So like, I mean, I look at this and I'm trying to use my common sense here and say that, well, that's a ground pad, that's a ground pad. Surely these ground pads should be connecting and creating a circuit, or unless they're on separate ones. But I thought this is all one board. It could be different layers, I guess. But I mean, I get continuity when I go onto the pad, but maybe, yeah, potentially isolated is a good shout. I get nothing when I do it to the power either. Maybe it's isolated, that's possible. Could mean there's just high resistance before the capacitor. Doesn't look shorted to me. One side should go to ground though. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I get 600. Is that ohms? Is that when you have it in? Is that what that's called? Is that ohms? Chat. 600 ohms? Or am I completely off? Depends on the meter. If yours short, for example, 0 to 500, it will not. Short if you have 510. That's the catch. Oh, okay. So it could be that this is a cheap multimeter, perhaps. Okay. But it's. I mean, the sign that you've just done, Renata. The sign that you've just done is this on the multimeter, right? So should I try that? So if I put it up to 2K, what happens? What is this? So if I do this on a capacitor, right? So that just gave 1.4 something. Should I not do that? Let's go 2K. I've turned my soldering iron off. Test to the charge port housing. Nothing. I'll try it with positive on it as well, just to make sure. Nothing. But if I go from this test pad, at the bottom onto the charging housing, it goes, but this doesn't. And I still get continuity, don't I, from there to down here? I still get continuity from the housing at the top down to the battery connector, which shows that this connector down here is absolutely fine as well. The horseshoe symbol, not my phone, is ohms resistance. Cool, makes sense. To check if a capacitor is short, you add to BIB mode in multimeter, black on ground and red. We should be able to test both sides of the capacitor. If you hear a BIB on both sides, it's shorted. Oh, so that's, yeah, so you're talking about this, right? That is, so you said positive. Black on ground. And you said if it's both sides, but yeah, so this doesn't beep at all. It just shows one, it says 1800, 1700. That's okay, that's not, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so it's definitely something up there. Okay, I'm just going to try something, guys. Because I think that when I know what you're saying about the connectors on here. I can't remember who said it earlier. When we're talking about the connectors on here, where the ribbon cables are, I'm pretty sure that it would still flash on. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure the device would still flash on if that was an issue. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to take it apart and clean inside here, because I'm pretty sure that it should be fine and it would at least try and turn on and try and power up, and maybe just shut down if it couldn't recognize the ribbon cable. But caret doesn't mean short chips. Is bib the continuity diode test mode? Yes. Yeah, that's what I want to know as well. Is bib the continuity? Yes, the ohm symbol is similar to the Greek omega in caps. That's why I'm using it, because I know how to type it from the keyboard. Okay, yeah, perfect. Sounds good. Okay, I'm a little bit stuck, guys. I'm pretty sure your guys' knowledge is unbelievable and undeniable, right? And you're all very, very smart. And maybe I'm just not putting stuff across. And maybe this is just dead, right? Maybe this board is literally just, it's had it. I'm just trying to work out if there was a way that I could test voltage getting to the power. Now, where is the power chip on this bad boy? Is it this one? Is that the power chip? Let's have a look, shall we? What's this called? This is called, I need to rub it with some IPA, I think. Let's check that, chat. Let's check that. I'm just going to see what, I'm just going to give it a quick clean with some IPA. I had quite a bit of flux on this anyway. Just going to see if I can see what the chip is called, and then that way I can diagnose if that is a power chip. This is a NEC chip, chat. NEC UPD 6, it says Korea. So let me try and just type it in. NEC chip DSi XL. Let's see what comes up. Oh, is that the RAM? That's not the chip. Hardware, DSi Brew, is that? Oh, okay, it tells you what is what. Okay. CPU is TWLA, which is this one. So this one's a CPU, guys. This one's down here is a CPU. This is the CPU chip. Oh, it says CPU on. Yeah, that would kind of make sense, right? That says CPU on. I want to see what the NEC one is. I want a page NEC. Okay, yeah, I think that's RAM. Did I say 4612? No, I didn't. This is UPD. NEC chip. Maybe a few of them are called NECs. UPD 688. UPD 688. UPD 688. Nothing. 688 with a space. No, I think that is the RAM chip. 16 gig of RAM. This thing has 16 gig of RAM. Oh, 16 meg. Jeez. I was going to say, man, 16 gig of RAM in this is the same as what I have in my PC. So that, I think that's the RAM chip. I don't think that's power. Okay, so what is the power chip? Sound chip, power supply or charge circuit. Hold on, a Mitsumi MM3317A is potentially what it's called. Be sure to check the ground is every male such crew. Be sure to check where is ground is every male such crew. That makes sense for us, yeah. It's continuity, not diode mode. Diode mode is different. I think that's a coil above the chip. You should be able to read a voltage of that too. Oh, what up here? Oh, what, the coil here? Okay. Okay, let me try and find that chip, guys. What did I say it was called? A Mitsumi MM33. Jesus Christ. It's impossible to read. Imagine if I had a microscope. I think the power chip would be quite big though, no? So which one is this? NAND. Oh, that's flash memory. 240 meg of internal flash memory is the NAND MMC. Yeah, I can't find it, guys, to be honest. I'm really struggling. I've had a look at a few videos as well, and I've literally searched high and low for this specific DSi model to see if there's any other problems out there that people have talked about, but there just isn't. There really isn't. People don't seem to have this issue. A lot of people say that they've got the issue where it just blinks and flashes and stuff, but other than that, it's just it not turning on. They either say it's just a dead battery, or it could be the F1 and the F fuse on the back here, but they're both absolutely fine. Should we call this one a day, guys? Until I get another board. Should we call this one a day? What do you think, chat? What do you think? Unfortunately. Should we call this one a day? I think we should call it a day for this particular board. I'm happy to have gotten 3 Nintendo DS Lites up and running and working. I'm going to move on to something else in a sec though. We're going to have a look at the box of goodies that I've got to see if we can salvage any motherboards out of there to see what they are, see if we can get them working. But I'm a little bit upset about this. I'm a little bit upset. I really wanted to get it working. I didn't try to remove the capacitor, but if I remove this capacitor, guys, see this one here? If I take this off, what am I risking anything there? Am I risking anything if I remove this capacitor? Greetings. Hey, Steve. How you doing, man? You okay? We was talking about you earlier. You okay, bro? Welcome. If there is an iFixit teardown of this handheld, I think they're usually what I reference. I have had a look. I had a look on the iFixit website, and there isn't anything. The only thing that it's got is swapping out the motherboard, but it doesn't detail the individual chips. It just tells you how to take the motherboard and put it into another shell. I'm pretty sure. iFixit says the chip you resoldered is the power chip. Oh, does it? Oh, so it is. So apparently this is the power chip. It says RAM though on Wikipedia. Okay, I'll tell you what then, guys. Right. Okay, we'll try one more thing. How would I? And this is a question to everyone. How would I? If you are enjoying the stream, guys, by the way, make sure you hit that thumbs up. I appreciate your face a lot. How would I test to make sure that this chip is getting power? That's my question. How am I going to test to make sure that this chip is getting the power it needs to run? Because then I can identify if it's getting to the chip and then trying to power it on, or whether it's not even reaching the chip. That's what we can have a look at. Fair Joey, delay the issues for now. Yeah, I'll try this one last thing, Toxo, and then if I'm unable to test or it's not clear, then we'll leave this, put it to the side, and we'll have a look at the box of goodies that I do have. TI TXN power management and charging circuit. This is used. This used to be a Mitsumi chip in a smaller DSi. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Where I got the word Mitsumi, right? Because it might have been referencing the guide that I was looking at. Might have been referencing the original DSi. Makes sense. Okay, TI 72071BO power managing. Okay, interesting. Can you try disconnecting the ribbons? Disconnect the ribbons, John, and then see if it turns on. Yeah. I can't disconnect this one, right? Because that's the power one, and that's the one that I need for the battery. But I can disconnect this one, this one, this one, and this one, and just see if we get any power. Do you want me to try that, chat? Maybe find the data sheet for the chip, or see if someone else has documented the test. Yeah, that's a good shout as well. Maybe I can do some googling. What chip is it? Does it have markings on it? It does. Yeah. So the chip itself is called NEC. So November Echo Charlie, and then it's UPD Uniform Papa Delta 68878Y for Yankee 04103 2KG 112 Korea is what this says. I just want to test and make sure it's getting power. One at a time and see if it makes a difference. I can do that, John. Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll disconnect the ribbon cables and see if that makes a difference, to be honest. I think that's a good shout. That's the readings on the chip. I'll see if I can zoom in with this. Can you read that? Oh, actually, I think it looks better if I have shade on it, right? So I'll just hold my thumb here. I'll hold my thumb here to get some shade on it, so the light doesn't block what it says. You see this? There we go. I'm going to move this camera up now because it looks like it's about to fall and break. Can you zoom on the right side of the chip? Someone who knows phonetics. Yeah. Long call center jobs, my friend. Long call center jobs. I'm going to disconnect the ribbon cables. I'll start with this one top left, and then I'll make my way around. Let me do that. Let's see if it works. Okay, I'll take the battery, one hand. Zoom out a tad. Quite a bit, actually. So I'm going to disconnect this one first. Because why not? I mean, that sounds like a pretty good thing to try. That's that one. Okay, so now I'll try. Open up the DS as well. Can you imagine if it just came on? Honestly, if it did, oh my god, I think I'd just dance with happiness and joy. Nothing for that ribbon cable specifically. So now we move on to the next one, which is this one up here. One of these has to be like I was gonna say digitizer, which kind of sounded like I was pronouncing Digimon, which was a show back in my day, and it was a rip-off of Pokemon. But some people would actually argue that Digimon was really good. That's not turning on. That's after that ribbon cable. We can try this one next as well. So this is the big one. So I'll try the big one, which I believe is the screen. Let me just make sure that is definitely the right way. Yeah, it is. Plus and minus. And it sits fine. So there's no worries with that. That's another ribbon cable. Nothing. And then we'll try the last little one, because like I said, this is the power connector, so it shouldn't be anything wrong with that. If I try this last little one up here, just remove this little one here. At this point, yeah, I have no idea if this is going to work. If it does, then I'll jump around, enjoy, because then at least we've kind of spotted the exact issue where it's at. No, nothing. Unfortunate, but whoever suggested that, thank you. It's good to try these different things. John, sorry, John. Yeah, John, thank you, my man. Appreciate you. Just put all these back in now because I don't think it's them. It's a really good shout, my friend. one. I'll read the chat in a sec, guys. Sorry, I'm just putting these back in. Something I enjoy about putting rabels? Where's that come from, Joey? That's not even in your vocabulary. There's something I just enjoy that's satisfying about putting ribbon cables back in. I don't know if anyone else feels like that. Maybe I'm just a little bit weird. But I really enjoy putting ribbon cables back in. Some people hate it. I mean, it can be tedious, don't get me wrong. Certain things can be really, really tedious, but majority of them are really satisfying and easy to put in. And then we have this big one over here, which I believe, like I said, is the screen. Well, I remember. Do you know what? I remember how careful I used to be when it came to ribbon cables. When I first started getting into ribbon cables from the Nintendo DS Lite, man, I was so scared to put any force because people had told me ribbon cables are the easiest things to break. With that information, I thought to myself, man, I need to be so careful with these. But once you understand and you get a kind of like an appreciation of how strong they are, they are fatal to a device, and you do need to be careful. That is true, but at the same time, I think you can put actually quite a bit of pressure on them. Just don't bend them, I think is the correct term. But yeah, that's the one. Yeah, don't forget the LCD cable on the other side of the board by that hinge. LCD cable by the... Oh, but then... Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. This one underneath, but that means that I've got to take the board apart if I do that. Benji, that means I've got to take the board apart and take it off, etc. Still not turning on. Still not turning on. Mate, I wrote my ribbon cable with barely any force. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I've just been lucky then. Maybe I've been extremely lucky. But I don't. Yeah, it's not that I use force. I don't know. I use more force than what I thought I couldn't. Do you see what I'm saying? Like these ceramic tweezers. I tell you what. If anyone in the chat was scared like me about ribbon cables, ceramic tweezers are your best friend when it comes to ribbon cables. With these bad boys, I've been able to put. Wait a minute. Oh no, it's okay. With these Wait a minute. No, I thought I had an idea. I thought I had like I was like, oh my god, but that isn't the case. Are these making an actual connection to this? You know. Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. And this battery still has voltage, by the way. So if I get the multimeter, just to show you guys, make sure these are in correctly. If we go to 2 volts. 20 volts. 20 volts or 2? 20. 4.12. Wait. Chat. Hold on. Pause the music. Was it not paused? Sorry, it's meant to be like a dramatic pause. Hear me out. This in my video was 4.97 or 4.9 in my video. Now to me, that tells me, again, trying to use my common sense here, that tells me that this has been drained by something. That being the board. Is there any other way that a voltage in a battery can go down? Now it's showing 4.12. I swear to God that was 4.9 on my video. It's definitely there. The label on here is 3.7. Oh, wait a minute. either, right, I'm just trying to think out loud. Either it was 4.9 or it's 3.9. It was one or the other. My thing is, if it was 3.9, it's gone up, right? And if it's gone up, that means what? It means it's charged, which means there's nothing wrong with the charging port. 4.12. I swear in the video it wasn't that. I swear in the video it was either 3.9 or 4.9. I thought it was 3.9, so that means it's actually been charged. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, exactly, Steve. That's what I'm thinking, right? Short on DS drains it. Cold, shorting, lack of usage. I'm one of those people, chat, and I don't think I really show it in my videos, right? But I get really upset when things don't work. I get really upset. Not that I take it to heart, but I'm just a bit like, you know, annoyed, I think, that I can't fix something. And whilst that's good, that's also really bad, because you shouldn't let your emotions play with you. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. I know that I've done this. You guys must be like, Joey, what are you doing? Like, why are you testing it again and again and again and again? I'm just kind of hoping that when I do eventually try something, it just turns on. Is the volume up? Oh, the volume's click, isn't it? The volume's click, it's not slider, so it's really hard to... Nothing. Guys, I'm really upset. Really upset. I think we put it to the side. It's 5 o'clock, guys. I said I was going to give it an hour, didn't I? I said I was going to give it an hour. We spent the first hour having a look at the Nintendo DS Lites that we had, and I said I'll spend an hour on this, and if I can't get anywhere with it, I'm not going to bore you guys with this one. So let me put it back together. Oh, that's annoying. Oof. It could be short. Have you got thermal on your phone? You could fit a battery and see if it's getting hot. Voltage. I don't. Voltage injection using your bench power supply. I've tried that, Phil. I've tried that a couple of times. Let's just put this one. Do I have anything out that I shouldn't have? Screws are there. No, I think we're good. Yeah, I've tried that already. I tried it a few times. It was one of the first things that I tried in the video when I released. I've just seen a thing in the chat and I can't believe it. I'm actually like just... You guys are nuts, man. I really hope it's going to update. I really hope that's going to come through. It will do. It's just taking time. What the frick? Fraz coming in with a super sticker saying epic fail. Fraz, thank you so much for £20, my friend. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do it. I love it though. I love it. Thank you so much, Fraz. You're an absolute legend. Wow. Thank you. Guys, can we get a wow in the chat for Fraz? Thank you so much, Fraz. You didn't have to do that, my friend. Thank you though. I really appreciate it, my man. Tar muchly. Where did I put this screwdriver? Did I put it back? Why did I do that? Nuts. I love that. I love how stickers stay about in the chat as well. I love that. I love that stickers stay in the chat. Oh, I put the... Oh, okay, fine. That kind of makes sense. Is that the Philips one? Yeah, that's the Philips one. I think, guys, everyone in the chat, what do you think? I think the next thing to do with this Nintendo DSi is exactly what I believe Essentialist said, and that is I need to get another Nintendo DSi XL to see what the layout's like, and potentially I could just use this as like a donor board or something, you know. I wasn't pushing that in then, and it seemed to. God, where did I put the other screw? It's there, lovely. Kind of thought I lost it then, but it's here. Don't run away from me, little screw. Yeah, Fraz, that's extremely generous of you. Cheer up, thanks, bud. I'll try, my friend. To be fair, I'm not like yeah, I'm not unhappy. I'm just annoyed, you know, just annoyed because I don't like it when something doesn't work. And yeah, but we learn, right? We learn. That's the good thing about all of this, is that it's a skill. It's a massive skill to be able to take something that's broken and fix it. I think that's what, you know, appeals to me so much. Taking something that's dead, if I can manage to get this working, you never know. I could do like revisits. I might keep this for 6 months and come back to it and be like, oh, I learned this on this device. Maybe that's the same thing, and then it works. You know, that's the beauty of this game, is that there's so much for me to learn. Why you have to be mad? Some people will get that. Some people will get that. It's only a game. Why you have to be mad? Screw that in a little bit. Not too tight though, because that screw is a pain. And then we'll put all these little things back on. I'm going to keep the battery in there for the time being and just see what happens. Because if it drains over time, then that could be an issue. Come on. There we go, guys. Nearly done. And then, like I said, we're going to move on to a box of treats in a second. You guys are going to be like, wow. I'm going to try and remove all the motherboards in it and see what we've got. And we're going to see if we can actually make something work. It was nice that the Nintendo DS